What if the biggest shifts in your life don't happen gradually, but all at once? What if you're only one internal shift away from becoming a completely different man? And what if your identity upgrades not in months, but in moments? Take a deep breath with me. Inhale possibility. Exhale who you used to be, because today, you're going to learn the truth about identity leaps. Most people believe that change is slow. It's gradual, steady, and linear, but that's not how identity works. Identity shifts are invisible until they become undeniable. They're silent until they're seismic. They're internal until the whole world notices. There comes a moment, a single conversation, a single decision, a single realization when the man you used to be is no longer compatible with the man you are becoming. You feel it in your bones. You just know it. Something clicks. Something upgrades. Something shifts. And suddenly, you've leapt, not forward, but upward. There's an old story about a sculptor who worked on a massive block of marble for years. Every single day, he chipped away. Every day, he refined. Every day, he shaped. People would walk by his studio and say, "It still just looks like a rock." But the sculptor kept going quietly, faithfully, precisely. Then one day, he made a single, final strike with his chisel, and the entire magnificent figure emerged from the stone. People gasped in amazement. "You created this today." The sculptor just smiled and said, "No, I created it years ago. Today is just the day you finally saw it." The tension is right there. People only see the final strike, the final breakthrough. They don't see the years of internal shaping that made it possible. Identity works in exactly the same way. The world sees your success, your breakthrough moment. But you know it was all the invisible work, the inner shaping, that made the leap absolutely inevitable. So here's the shift you need to make. Every man reaches a moment where his old identity expires, where the beliefs, the habits, and the patterns that once made sense, that once served him, no longer fit. This is what I call the identity threshold. You know you've reached it when you realize you don't think like you used to. You don't react like you used to. You don't tolerate what you used to. You don't believe what you used to. You don't even desire what you used to. And in that powerful moment, the leap happens, not because you forced it, not because you planned it out on a spreadsheet, but because you're becoming finally caught up with you. Identity leaps are not goals you chase. They are inevitabilities you arrive at. I want you to say these words with me. Say them slowly, and feel their power. These are the words that activate your next leap. Repeat after me. I am expanding. I am rising. I am evolving. I am stepping into a higher identity. My old patterns are dissolving. My old limitations are fading. My old self is no longer in control. I choose growth. I choose power. I choose evolution. The man I am becoming is stronger than the man I have been. I am ready for the leap. I am aligned with the leap. I am the leap. Identity upgrades happen in moments, and this is one of mine. Now, let's look at what psychology tells us about this. Identity shifts often occur through what are called pattern breaks. These are moments where your brain suddenly realizes that your current identity, your current self-image, no longer matches your standards or your actions. These moments create something called cognitive dissonance. It as that feeling of discomfort you get from outgrowing your old self. It feels awkward, maybe even painful, and that discomfort is the trigger. It triggers an internal adjustment, a recalibration. Your brain essentially upgrades your identity to match the man you are becoming. This is precisely why the leap feels so sudden. It's not magic. It's just your brain updating to the version of you that you've been practicing internally for months, or even years. Identity leaps are the logical, scientific result of consistent inner work. So, listen to me very carefully right now. You are closer to your identity leap than you think. You have been doing the inner work. You have been breaking those old, limiting patterns. You've been aligning your thoughts and actions with your future self. You've been showing up with discipline, even on the days you didn't feel like it. You have been rewriting the beliefs that held you back. You have been healing your mind and your spirit. The leap hasn't shown up on the outside yet, because it is still forming on the inside. Just like that sculpture inside the marble, I want you to say this again, but this time, with absolute conviction. Feel it in every cell of your being. I am becoming the man I once prayed to be. My identity is rising. My breakthrough is near. My leap is inevitable. You are not waiting for the leap. The leap is waiting for you. And you are almost there. So let's prepare for it. Take one more deep breath with me. Inhale evolution, exhale stagnation, and declare this with me. I am stepping into a higher identity. I am ready for the leap. I am aligned with my becoming. I release who I was. I embrace who I am becoming. My identity is rising, and my life will rise with it. This is the moment before the leap. This is the becoming. If this message spoke to you, if you feel yourself nearing that identity threshold, share this video with someone else who needs to hear it. Someone who is evolving, someone who is growing, someone who is just one shift away from becoming the man they were truly meant to be. Thank you for joining me. In our next episode, we complete this series with the law of becoming, the final integration of identity, belief, action, and destiny. Your becoming continues. Subscribe so you don't miss it.